day, everyone. Thanks for joining us here in the charts. It is the Market Beast, Napoleon Macro, also known as the Crypto Flight Edition. We have two cryptos that we're going to go over on this video. This is our final update, guys. Thank you for all the requests. We're going to go over the stocks and cryptos that we have covered on this channel. Thank you for sending those in. I think we covered all of them. Here, we're going to go over Palantir Technologies. We're going to go over Path, Nkla, Genius Brands. Okay. We're also going to take a look at CIDM, CENN, also known as Naked Brand. Take a look at Pool. The two cryptos that we have on this video is going to be linked, okay, the US chain link, sorry, USD pairing. And last but not least, we're going to take care of Ethereum Classic. Okay, so stick around for that. Take notes. Towards the end of the video, we're going to show you the secret sauce on how to determine a continuation of an uptrend, and also how to determine the reversal from a downtrend. Okay, well, things to look for. Super simple. So let's get right into it, guys. Welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we only explore price action. Thanks for sticking around, my loyal subscribers. Let's dive into the charts here. So today's April the 10th, 2022, in the previous close. We'll start with Palantir Tech. It's going to be $12.70, slightly negative 1% for the day. All right, so we're going to look at just the weekly candles. Okay, that's mainly what I focus on the weekly candles, and I actually found this range for Palantir Tech. Let's start from the beginning of time. So this little small area for Palantir Technology makes me say that this market doesn't necessarily have in my book at least, a sustainable structure that was formed before the blast off, which is going to be these 5 candles here. These 5 candles represent a very small window of opportunity before the explosion, is what I'm going to call it, because it was a very exponential growth shortly thereafter, the 5 weeks of consolidating, even as high as about 370% to the upside. Okay, it took less than about 90-ish days to experience these extreme price fluctuations. Now, I'm explaining all of this because I personally think that this market needs a sufficient amount of consolidating before even thinking about moving back to the upside. And the practical area that I was able to find was in between these two levels, which is in between $10.80 all the way up to $13.30. Now, the one thing that is making me say, wait a minute, it's right above a psychological level, which is at $10. I don't like when the market hovers above psychological levels. I would much rather it be like, I don't know, $6.70 or something odd like $8.10, not a psychological level, because what happens is the novice investors, and I'm a novice as well, guys, I'm not saying that to be rude, they start to say that, oh yeah, the $10 low is solid support and it's never going to break down. People start saying it's never going to happen. Yeah, definitely make sure you, do not listen to what they're saying, guys. But since it's hovering near above that level, it leads me to believe that at some point, this $10 psychological level will have either a fake out or an official breakdown after a lengthy period of consolidating. And the reason that my reasoning for saying that is because of the short window of opportunity that it took, just kind of starting out, right? 5 weeks, consolidating 300% up. And then just kind of this consolidating side. Like, what was this for? Serious, this lengthy period of, and I think we had a video about this saying that, this just suspicious behavior. Like, why spend this much time? You spent 5 weeks in the inception of when it came out, right? And then you spend all this time creating all this price momentum up and down, consolidating, only to move the markets lower. No. That is suspicious behavior to me. That really makes me raise an eyebrow. 2, actually. Okay, so for Palantir Tech, I didn't want this to be like a super long video, but I definitely wanted to explain in great detail the psychological numbers and areas that is currently consolidating within. It doesn't meet the requirements for me to say that, yeah, this would be an area where I would personally start going all in or anything like that. But expect the $10 level to be compromised at some point here within the not so distant future, right? Let's give it a full, I don't know, guys, give it a full 3 months, 6 months towards the end of this year. I do think that there should be some relatively decent value in this stock within this range if you're a long-term investor, but definitely leave some sort of cushion, or cap dry powder is what they call it, just in case this market breaks below a psychological level. Okay, excuse me. So hopefully that information is good, and the logic behind why I'm saying it's suspicious. All this consolidating here, 5 weeks to blast off to get everyone excited, right? When you get the market moves up, everyone is excited. I can assure you, like a lot of investors, their averages are right up in the 20s, high teenage numbers, and then they just kind of, just drop the market on them, right? And then a lot of the investors are probably down right now. All right, so that's it for Palantir Technology. Let's take it on over to Path. The previous close is 1994. Slightly negative close, 5.4% for the day, for the close rather. So I only have one line for the Path. I think we came up with a video somewhere around this area with our little indicator saying that, yeah, it could have a move to the upside. Didn't last for long. It lasted for probably about a day or 48 hours at the most. And after that, it just, it continued lower. So that was near the $50 level. So it has experienced a substantial move to the downside. So what I'm seeing now is the previous floor. It's going to be somewhere right about here. Right there. At about $25. So in order to have a true turnaround, this market needs to get above 25. Otherwise, expect this market to move lower, guys. This is a downtrending market, okay? This has never been in an uptrend ever. Ever. Never. It has been a downtrending market since day one. And $25 is the level for this market to even think about turning around. Do I think it's going to turn around? No. I think it's going to come to a point where it needs to enter some sort of sideways consolidation after it finds a floor. I'm not sure if this is a floor. If it moves higher next week or soon, guys, 25.87 is the level. If it's not above that level, it's just a bullish counter move in a bearish trajectory, and it will likely continue lower. Okay, that's all I have for Path. So let's take it on over to the next stock, if we can find it. Nkla. The previous close is $8.43, slightly negative 5% for the day. Okay. So we played this market to perfection. I forget what week it was. I think it was one of these weeks over here. Yeah, somewhere around that time, guys. So what I'm seeing with the Nkla is the this level, this range right here. It really needs to just kind of, this is a critical range for me, meaning that if Nkla doesn't at some point find itself within these two levels, 951 up to 1360, and start to consolidate and move higher, this market is going to move lower, guys. I mean, I know a lot of you, maybe some of you are invested in this, but yeah, I mean, because let's just kind of, let's look back in time. Let's look back. Okay, look at this. Wow, what is this? Wow, look at that. This market went all the way up to like $94. And I mean, it's giving everything back, right? Isn't this like a SPAC stock or something like that? Yeah, look at this. So since the inception, what is this, back in 2018, just slow little, very unusual climb up, right? Low volatility, explosion, give it all back. And then it had the explosion 3.0. And now it's giving everything back and more. And I don't like the way this is structured, guys. I just don't. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean there's not value here. But it kind of reeks of pump and dump to me, honestly. I apologize if you're invested in this. And I don't mean to laugh, but the future will let us know what this market holds in this. The future will let us know what this market will do in the future. That was super weird. But I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. So let's the previous structure is here. In between let's see, 650 up to $8. So this is the previous structure. So if a weekly candle is not able to close above the resistance level of this previous structure, which is like $8, then yeah, just hopefully this market can turn around. But the sellers are just not happy with this market. They're just going to keep putting sell orders in this market. It's making lower lows and lower highs, guys. I can't make that up. Okay. So let's again, towards the end of the video, I'm going to show you guys, see, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. That's all it's doing. So towards the end of the video, I'll show you guys exactly how to pinpoint sign of a reversal. But yeah, $8 is going to be the level for this. Weekly candles closing above that level. Candles bodies, $8. Okay. Genius Brands, previous close is 83 cents, slightly negative 7% for the day. All right, so Genius Brands, we posted a video just when it was above $1 saying that, yeah, Genius Brands probably going to move lower. If it closes below that line in the sand, 95 cents, it could get as low as 33 cents, even as low as 45 cents. I'm going to stick with that, guys. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. A guy told me $1 is solid support. Okay. We got to get higher highs and higher lows. Actually, we need to get the ultimate reversal sign, which is a monthly candle to close above $2, which was the very first video that we ever made on Genius Brand. Hopefully I'll leave a link for that. It was the first video. Genius Brand never closed a monthly candle above $2. So that's the ultimate reversal. Okay, $2 is somewhere like right around here. We never could get it. You see that? All those monthly candles, none of them closed above $2. And for that reason, we just never got the reversal. So what I'm seeing is the market is seeking financial support. It is seeking the serious buyers. They have not stepped in just yet. Can they step in tomorrow? I don't know. They need to do it fast because this market is making lower highs and lower lows, and that is an indication that the sellers are in full control of the market. So if the sellers are in full control, we need to find a sufficient amount of financial support. I say we, but I'm not invested in this. I've been in and out of Genius Brands. We've made money on Genius Brands, and we've taken a loss on Genius Brand. But yeah, we're not in this market, guys. The market needs serious buyers, and I don't see them here. Okay, 33 cents up to 45 cents. I'm not saying this level is going to hold. I'm not saying it's going to that level, but you can rest assured if it's below 95 cents weekly candles, yeah, it's going to just let gravity naturally, do what it's going to do. All right, and move to the downside. All right, that's all I have for Genius Brand. Next on the list is CIDM. Previous close is 81 cents, slightly positive, 1.6% for the day. We played this market to perfection. So Genius Brands, although it did not reach our target, I know somebody may be saying, yeah, you said it could go to like $7, man. You have no clue what you're doing. Yes, I do agree with what you're saying. It never did make it to $7.80 up to $10. And yes, I do agree. I have no clue what I'm doing. Yes. But what I do look for is I look for structure, guys. It's very easy for me to see structure. And what I'm going to do is just kind of focus your attention on this area, right? Just do like a small lesson so that we're clear, okay? And this is going to make perfect sense when I show you guys the secret sauce towards the end. This level right here. So just this range, we're going to focus on. We look for higher highs, higher lows, right? Market's moving up, down, higher, low, up, higher, high, down, higher, low, up. Very nice move to the upside, down, higher, low, okay? Consolidate within this range, the green, 112 up to 195. Okay, now here's the part to really focus, guys. Bounce off that level, up, clustered, higher high. This is a higher high than the previous high, yes? So at this very moment, you pull up your weekly candles and you say, if the structure is good for this market, then there should not be any more weekly candles closing below the previous level of resistance, right? So when you see the market go make a new high, right? Make a new high, then this is the range. This is the moment for the buyers to show strength. If they fail to show strength, that means that you would see a weekly candle close below the previous level of resistance, and that is a sign that the buyers probably not as near as you think, because in order to have a sustainable move, walk up the stairs rather, the market must stay above the previous level of resistance from the weekly candles, guys. Weekly candles. Okay. So the moment you see the market start to close below the previous level of resistance, and we're not just getting wicks and then it kind of keeps rejecting that previous level of resistance and it keeps closing candles bodies above that level, then that's a sign that the market wants to move higher. But the moment you start seeing weekly candles closing below the previous resistance, no, that's a sign of weakness, guys. You gotta adjust your strategy accordingly, or not necessarily adjust your strategy, just follow through with your strategy accordingly. But now you at least know what to look for in terms of the walking up the stairs. You know the exact time frame. The weekly candles only. You can crank it down to the lower time frames, but at least find your previous resistance levels from the weekly candles, and then, you know, take it from there. All right. So let's see. The next on the list is going to be CENN, also known as Naked Brand. Let's make this one short and sweet. $1.91. Previous close is 3% for the day, negative 3%. All right, guys, just one level for Naked Brand, okay? 164. That's it. All right, you can see the weekly candles. You can pull it down to the previous level of resistance. It's really like 161, but 164-ish. Let's say 164. If weekly candles close below that level, well, then expect the market to gravitate lower, okay? Yes, that's all I have for CENN. So let's take it on to the next stock, and that's going to be Pool. The previous close, $422.09, slightly negative 0.8% for the day. All right, so we've had this on the chart for some time, actually. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to find support at this level here, at this pattern that we found. And as far as I'm concerned, this is going to be, this market, believe it or not, is still in an overall uptrend, believe it or not, okay? And if it starts to have trouble, which it looks like it's having trouble in between this range, 462 up to 483, you have to naturally assume the market is going all the way down to $390 at some point here in the future. But just understand that I'm not sure if there's aggressive buyers here, but essentially the uptrend is still intact if the price is still closing weekly candles above $389. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have for Pool. So that wraps up everything for Pool. So yeah, that's just one level for Pool. Still in an uptrend, but 389 is a line in the sand. All right, let's take it on over to the Crypto Flight Edition. Chainlink is going to be $14.86 at the present time. It's slightly negative 2.3% for the day. And Chainlink is going to be, all right, so $19 for Chainlink. Yeah, that's there's a lot of barriers in the way for Chainlink right now. There's so much resistance. Wow, it's a lot of resistance. So if Chainlink is having trouble kind of getting back above $19, let's just say, you know, I don't know, over the next few weeks here, we get a nice push to the upside. 19, you know, it tries to proceed higher, but it cannot, you know, sustain that level and move higher. Yeah, expect lower prices, guys, okay? Yeah, expect lower prices. All right, so that's all I have for Chainlink. $19 is a line in the sand, or else it's moving lower. All right. ETC and USD, previous close, or the current price, $39.30, slightly negative 2.5% for the day. All right, so for ETC, yeah, so I'm going to show you guys what the secret sauce here in a second, but this is the range for ETC. Ethereum Classic is actually still in a fair position. All right, this is going to be the range 33 up to 44 right now. And if there could be some sort of support, you know, serious buyers within this range, you need to look for lower shadows below the candles' bodies, preferably on the weekly candles on this one. Yeah, look for the weekly candles. Then there should be some sort of turnaround here, but it needs to close above 44. Okay, so if I were an investor here, I would look at the $33 level as a potential, you know, startup position. I wouldn't go all in there, guys. You gotta know how to structure a position. So $33 would be the level, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have for Ethereum Classic. So here's closing it out, guys. This is all that I look. I know a lot of you guys want like more videos and updates, but if ever you need to truly understand a continuation of an uptrend or a reversal of a downtrend, this is all I look for, guys. I don't look for anything else. Like, seriously. So like for this example, right? If you pull up the lines, you could probably see it a lot better. So pull up the lines, all right? So this is exactly what I look for. Although Ethereum is not necessarily in a downtrend, but it has been downtrending ever since it kind of blast off above like $100. It has been making lower highs, right? So since it's been making, well, this is the highest point, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Okay. So since it's been making lower highs, let's just assume that the short-term trend is down. Now, in order to determine the reversal of a downtrend, this is what you're going to look for right here. This right here. So just to kind of show you, like, I'm not just showing you this to say, oh, it's kind of like in theory. No, if you pull up your lines, you'll actually see it in real time. You'll see like this right here. Let me see if I can just kind of pull this over here, like something like that. You see that? So if this is going to be the true reversal, you see that, like it's almost perfect, right? Let me put that back over there. So this is the level right here, guys. If it stays above this level, the previous level of resistance, and it uses it as support, yeah, then the market has the opportunity to turn around here. But it really needs to start making new highs, right? So that is this, not necessarily a secret. Like everybody on, hopefully on YouTube who understands price action knows that, right? That's the only thing that I look for when I'm pulling up a chart. So that, there you have it. That's the reversal sign, right? And we just gave you a perfect example of that for Ethereum Classic. And of course, a continuation of an uptrend. Let me just kind of give you that really quickly here. So let's take this little area here, for example. I'll actually do another one just so that you'll kind of get an idea. Just screenshot that, guys, or, you know, just use it. So this is an uptrend, like when it blasts off, right? Let's just, let's do something like this. Put that green line down. So this will be the low right here for a continuation of an uptrend. You see how I put that line right at that little bump in the road right there? You see that right there? That's going to be at about $38. So you see, once it like closed below that level, like right here, it started to, you know, kind of dip a little bit lower. So now it's right above that level. So this is an opportunity. I guess you can even do like a range, like something like this. Previous resistance here. And that little bump in the road right there. $38, right? But $33 is going to remain the same. If you like looking at candles, I mean, that's fine. But just to kind of get an idea of the levels in terms of understanding a continuation or a reversal, sometimes you can just kind of pull up the lines. This way you have a better idea of how to identify the uptrend continuation or the downtrend reversal. Okay, let's see if I can get another example for you guys. So if I could just kind of show you that, you know, it's not just theory, guys. It's something that's very useful. Okay, let's use Nkla or something. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Okay, so remember we did say Nkla $8. That's going to be the level. Because notice here, this is actually a lower low, though. See this? This is a lower low. And it's making lower highs. So, whew, man, this is the level for Nkla, man. It's $8. And the reason, hopefully you see the reason why I did that. Let me erase everything. You see, this is the previous level of resistance for Nkla. And it's at like $7.95, $8. So that's the reason why. I mean, this lower low doesn't help. I'll be honest. This lower low, you got a low, you got a lower low. That does not help. It really doesn't. A double bottom, right? Or a higher low is the way that I understand it, right? To show financial interest. Double bottom or a higher low, that shows financial interest. And once it breaks above the previous resistance level, then that's kind of that one sign that you need in order to determine an entry or understand a true reversal of a downtrend. Does that make sense? So that's pretty much it, guys. That is everything. That is everything that I look for. It's nothing magical. Yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys will screenshot that little snippet of how to identify a reversal. This is all I look for, guys. It's nothing complicated. You will need like a basic understanding of how to understand like reversal candles if you're going to look at the candles as opposed to the lines. But that pretty much wraps up everything, guys. And I truly appreciate all of you for your patience and your time spent watching the videos. If ever you need to understand again, the reversals, continuations, refer back to this video. And it's been real. We'll talk very soon. We're going to take a very lengthy break. I'm pretty sure some of you will stay. And those of you who have spent your time well enough with us and feel as though you want to depart, that's fine as well. You're always welcome back to the channel when we return to the channel. But until then, my ladies and gentlemen, what is that song? I think it was like Christopher or something like that. That song is like Sailing. I don't remember the name of it right now. Just kind of, I wish I knew how to edit a video. I would actually play that song just to kind of close things out here. But yeah, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. It's been real. Christopher Cross, Sailing. That's the name of it. All right, so just envision that song playing right now. And adios, amigos. We're going to talk very soon. And bye for now, guys and gals.